Hi, welcome to Card and a Cuppa for Friday the 9th of February 2024. I've got to just check I've gone live in the right place, so just bear with me for a minute so I can do that and make sure I'm not live on my personal Facebook page, although it probably wouldn't matter. Yes, I think I am. There we go. Yep, I'm live in the right place. Look at that. And I'm probably a little bit early. A little too early, but that's okay. I hope everyone's had a great week and a great Friday morning. I got up to doing a little bit of baking. I made some banana bread muffins for my card class tomorrow. So that's what I got up to this morning. And then I had to work out what I was going to do for my card and a cuppa, but I came up with something, so I hope you like what I came up with. So let me flip down to the craft desk and we can get started. Okay. Just takes a minute for Facebook to catch up compared to my online broadcasting app. There we go. Okay, so today we're going to play with the bubble wrap technique. Now, this little piece of bubble wrap inspired me when I finished a punnet of strawberries this morning. And I thought, oh, I could use that for my card and a cuppa. So that's what I'm doing. I'm not using this piece, I've got a bigger piece. But that's what inspired me. This came out of the punnet of strawberries, and that's what inspired me to do this technique. So I quickly made some cards up this morning. Hi, Jody. And this is one I made using the bubble wrap technique, and that's pretty cool. I thought it was appropriate for an underwater themed card. And this was another one I came up with. So this is using the garden meadow die, and it's also using a stamp set and dies that carried over from the holiday catalogue called Forever Forest. So it's carried over. It's not in any catalogue. It's actually, I couldn't even find it in the online exclusives, but if you needed the item numbers, I could give those to you so you could find it. They are still there. When I typed in the item numbers, they were still there. So this is the technique. It's really cool, and it's quite random and just interesting to make a background with. So let's have a go. So we're going to kind of recreate this one. Okay, so I have some cardstock here. I'm going to put it on a white card base this time. So I'm going to do it all the same, but I'm going to put it on a white card base because I think that will look better. So let's grab our bubble wrap. So here's my bubble wrap, and it doesn't matter if the bubbles are popped, because, let me find the card. If they've been popped, it still gives an interesting technique. These ones that have got the full colour, they're the ones that haven't been popped. When Olivia was at home, she used to grab any piece of bubble wrap and pop all the bubbles. So I don't have that problem anymore. But, so this is our bubble wrap, and I'm going to use pecan pie. And I'm just going to press, I think you can see that, I'll move it up a bit. I'm just going to press the ink pad down on the bubble wrap. So virtually, I'm just really creating a new ink pad with the bubble wrap. There we go. I'm going to do it twice because I want to show you another way of doing it. Now I've just got my piece of cardstock. Let me make sure I've got the right one. No, I need the small one. I've got two pieces of small one. Oh well. So I'm just going to place that straight down, and just with some scrap paper over the top. Hi Lynn, how are you? The kids do love to pop them, Jody. Olivia's just a big kid. I'm sure if I gave her a piece of bubble wrap right now, at the grand old age of 26, she would still just pop them. So I'm just rubbing that over to get all the ink onto my card base. And that's the background piece that you get left with. It's just a really fun, interesting background. Now, there are some new online exclusives coming out in March. Yes. We can actually, demonstrators can actually order them now, but there is a coffee suite with stamp set, dies, paper, bling and ribbon. And I thought this background would work really well with that coffee suite, but I haven't got it yet. I haven't ordered it yet. So that's the first way. So I'm going to put that one aside. But you can also, I thought I had 2 of these, but I must not. Not to worry. Sure I can't. Anyway, who cares? I'm going to do it again with my pecan pie ink pad. And then I'm going to spritz it with a little bit of water. There we go. And I'm sure this will give us a different effect. And I'll grab my scrap again and place it over the top. And just when you're doing this, just don't press too hard because you'll pop the bubbles. And you don't want to do that because you want some of them to still be intact to give you a good background. Okay. So it doesn't look that much different, really, with the water spritzed on it, but I just thought I'd give it a go and see how different it looked. So we're going to put that to one side. Now this just wipes off with a tissue or a baby wipe if you want to hang on to your bubble wrap, which I do, because you know, I might sell some retired product and have to post it to somebody and might need the bubble wrap. So that just wipes off with a tissue or a baby wipe. So it's fun, it's a really fun little technique, and you can create lots of different backgrounds with it. Now the next thing we're going to do, so I only have to bring my die cutting. Hi Margaret, how are you? Rosie's, my hubby Mark's working from home today, and Rosie's in his study on his lap. That's where Rosie is residing at the moment. She shares herself between me and hubby. And hubby doesn't work from home too often now. Back in the days of COVID, he worked from home a lot. I hope everyone's got their cuppa. I have green tea. That's my beverage of choice today. Okay, so then we're going to grab the, I've already got it on a block, look at that. So I'm going to grab the Forever Forest stamp set, and I'm going to use these 3 big trees, and the die will cut it out. So that's why I'm hanging off doing my die cutting. But I thought I'd show you another way of inking up your stamps. Now if you've got the markers, that is the bow punch coordinates with the layer and leaf stamp set, but does it coordinate? I don't think it coordinates with any other stamp sets, Lynn. Yes, it definitely coordinates with the layering leaves, but I think other than that, it's a standalone punch. So I can double check that for you, but as far as I can recall, there's no other stamp sets in the catalogues that coordinates with the bow punch. So if you've got your Stampin' Write markers, I'm going to do, instead of using an ink pad, I'm going to use the markers on my stamp. So I'm just getting a couple of colours out. I might do this colour this time. Get in. Okay, so if you've got the old markers, the markers don't come like this anymore. This used to be called Many Marvelous Markers. And I got that as a half price item a few years ago. But the new updated colours that they brought in, I just want to show you the difference between the nibs. This is an old one. That's the like pen line nib, part of the nib. And that's the brush part of the nib. With the new updated markers, this is the pen nib now. You can see how it's quite different to the old style. And the brush part of the marker is still the same. If I can get it off. Need my muscles. Try yellow. Yellow for my background. Is that what you're saying, Jodie? I might try yellow. I won't try it today because I haven't got it out. Hi, Marilyn. So, I don't need that colour. Get back in there. So the markers now come in colour families, or if you need the new, or the 10 new colours they introduced in May, you can buy them separately, or you can actually get them. Let me move my markers this way. If you place a $90 order, oh no, this is the next level up, it's a $180 order, you can get them a little on the trees with the green. Oh, okay. I like input. You can get the new core colours. So they're available for free with a $180 order during celebration, and that's till the end of February. Okay, so yellow. Let me find my markers. Will I do crushed curry, daffodil delight, or lemon lolly? This is the question. I'll put mossy meadow away. Let's do crushed curry. Okay, so what we're going to do is get our garden green marker, and with the paintbrush nib end on its side, you're just going to rub it over the stamp like so. Takes a bit when it's a big stamp, but that's okay. I probably should have done my yellow first, but that's okay too. Because it's creativeness, it doesn't matter. There's no right or wrong. Okay, so that's my trees done. And then I'm going to get my yellow, and I'm not sure if this is going to work, but then I'm going to just thump it over the top, and that might give a little bit of a yellow tinge to some of the branches. We'll see how it goes. Sometimes these things are just, you know, you've got to wing it. And then I've got my early espresso marker. I'm just going to put that on the base of the trunk and go up a little bit into the tree. Not too far, because the foliage sort of covers the trunk of the tree, I think. Okay, so then you pick it up and you become a little bit like Darth Vader. You huff on it to moisten the ink back up. And then stamp it down onto your cardstock. No, the yellow didn't come out, Jodie. Sorry about that. Maybe I'd have to do more autumn tones like yellow, orange and reds to have that all work. Hi, Anita. Okay, so now I can bring in my cut emboss machine. So let me just move. I think I like the one that I spritzed better. So I'll use that one, and I'll get the die for that. Let me get rid of my inky stamp so I don't put anything on it. So from the Forever Forest, I'm going to get this die out, and from the Garden Meadow Suite, I'm going to get the Arch. And now I will get my cut emboss machine and bring that in. Okay. Oh, muscles. Alright, so we'll cut our arch out first. And I'm just going to position that on the cutting plate. Now this isn't quite the right size because I've gone with the one that wasn't the same size. So I'll just need to trim that down a little bit. So just bear with me a minute. And 13.9. That's better. Now I'll be able to center my arch correctly. Okay. So I'm going to put my window centered. I'm just eyeballing it. I think that looks pretty good. And I'm going to run that through my cutting boss machine. They are sort of conifer trees, so I guess autumn colours wouldn't really work on them, because conifers don't lose their leaves, as far as I know. Okay, so that's my window done, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with that in a minute. Now I'm going to get my trees in, and I'm going to lay my die over it to cut them out. And just with a little bit of tape, I'm just going to secure that die down so it doesn't move. There we go. So I'll get rid of this big machine out of the way. And let's bring everything back in. Okay, so that's our window cut out. You can put that over there. And then this is, these are our trees cut out. I'll get rid of that little sticky now. It's probably past its use by date. And where are we? This is my sample card. So we've used the bubble wrap to create our background. Oh, that's all right. I'm glad you received it. That's fine, Anita. I'm glad. I couldn't believe the response to all my little calendars, and I've gotten rid of all of them now, so that's great. I've been able to distribute them to everywhere. So, yep, so this is our bubble wrap that we used. Inspiration from my punnet of strawberries that I finished this morning. And I've cut the window out, and I'm going to pop the trees here. Now, in this stamp set, there are a few other little stamps we can use. We've got a little bit of a mountain or hills behind. I haven't completely mounted this stamp set yet. I just noticed that my celebration promotion has smudged off. So this one is spend $169. I'll just go over it and get $281 in product. Oh, that's not working. Anyway, it's in product. So if you want to join Stampin' Up during celebration till the end of February, you can pay $169 and get $235 in product. Oh, you've received your calendar too, Margaret. That's great. And this glass mat to stamp on. Or if you don't want the glass mat, you can spend $169 and get $281 in product. So that's the celebration promotion. So that runs to the end of February. So let me grab, I won't grab this one. Yes, I will. Turn it over. I want to put, I'm going to use that as a little window. I want to put a little bit of a hill, but I want to stamp it off so it's more of a shadow. So I'm going to stamp it off. I'm just going to place it down here, stamp it off, and I'm going to place it there. And it's going to be quite hidden, but it's just there in the background and it's grounding the trees. So that's that. And let me, it's in pride of place. Yeah, I've got one on the kitchen fridge. It's not mine though. I have one that's one of my downlines Christy made, and I've got that on my fridge. So this is like the moon and some stars, and I've got ink all on the inside of that, and I don't like that, so I'm just going to tap it very lightly, and I'm just going to place it up here in the top corner, and that just gives a little bit of detail in the background of our trees. Okay, we don't need that anymore. So I can put that aside. So let's attach this to our matting piece. Yours is on your desk, Margaret. I'm so glad you received them and you like them. That's great. Oops. I think that's enough glue. I'll probably have a bit of glue spurtage up here in the top corner. And I've got a little bit down here. Okay. So I'm just going to put this on my matting sheet with my border all the way around. Just my little teeny tiny border, 2 millimeter or 2.5 millimeters all the way around. Because your layering piece is always 5 centimeters shorter long ways and this way. So that gives you that little border. Okay. Now this is my thick So this is thick basic white for my card base today. And oops, fumble fingers. I'm not quite sure what you're referring to, Jody. Mold sticks to put, and you can interchange them. Not quite sure what you're talking about. Okay, so these are my trees, and see how the moon's just sort of sitting up here. So I'm going to put them up on dimensionals, and I've got some little leftover side bits here, which I'm going to make use of. This isn't Perspex, it's glass. Is that what you're referring to? I'm not sure. Let's see. I might use these edges as well, except I think I've cut these. So this is going to give your mountain and stars with the moon. Okay, so where is my little, there it is, my little old paper piercing tool. Take the backs off the dimensionals. So it's a really cool technique, the bubble wrap technique, and it can give you some interesting backgrounds. It's great to use on scrapbook pages. That's another really good place to use this technique. Okay, so I'm going to just put that down flat, I think, onto my card base. And there we go. So pop that down like so. Once again, we've just got our little 2 millimeter, 2.5 millimeter border all the way around. I think I like it better on the white background. Now these are opaque faceted gems. They are free with a $90 celebration order, and I'm going to just add a couple of those to my. Now I put this little tiny sentiment on this one, but I'm not sure if I want to do a sentiment on the outside. I think this is a good masculine card. Yep. Okay. I put that onto a block. I put that onto a clear block, Jody. Hi, Briar. Yeah, you can watch the replay. That's fine. I put it onto a clear block. So these stamps have like a cling on them, and they just cling onto the block like so. This one needs a bigger block, but yeah, and that creates your stamping. So with the cling mount stamps and photopolymer stamps, you do need clear blocks to attach your stamps to. Okay, so that's pretty much our card. I was going to put a sentiment on it, but I'm not sure because this is all my little pre-cut sentiment boxes, sentiment dies. I was going to use, where is it? It's not liking me. So it's the same. I was going to use the longer one if I could find it. Might be quicker to just, I've got plenty in vanilla. I might be quicker to cut another one out. But I don't want to do that. Here we go. But I don't know. I think it takes away from the window, I think. Yes, the clear blocks do make it a lot easier. I think it's too big a sentiment panel. I could put it down there, but I'm just not sure about the sentiment or whether I should just put a bit of twine. Maybe a bit of baker's twine. Or if it's a mail card, you don't tend to do bows on men cards, do you? Well, it doesn't have to be a men's card. It should also be a nice sympathy card, perhaps. Although I'm not big on making sympathy cards, I don't like it. I could do that. I'll think about that. Whoops. But yeah, that is the bubble wrap technique. And then I've got this window that I can use, and I will probably use it. I could use it with the tree dies, but just these individual dies and put them on like that. So I'll make another card using the window from what we cut out from this card. But that's just a few fun little techniques to show you how to use bubble wrap and your markers on your stamps. So let me come back to yes. So yeah, so that's our card for today. It's just a fun technique to use your bubble wrap, and you can create some interesting backgrounds. So I hope you guys enjoyed that today. Bit of fun, and considering I had no idea what I was going to do, I think I came up with something quickly. And thank you ladies for watching and all your comments, and I shall see you on Monday for my Makeup Monday. Now my Makeup Mondays are pre-recorded. I generally pre-record them on a Sunday afternoon, and that's just so I can edit anything out, like that noisy motorbike that just went past. So I've been doing that for a while, and that's mainly because I've always been working on a Monday, so I've done my Makeup Mondays as a pre-recording. But yeah, I'll keep doing that as a pre-recording video, and you never know, I might throw another Facebook Live in during the week now that I have more time. So have a great weekend, everybody. Do something fun, do something amazing. And I'll see you on Monday. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.